Hello everyone, welcome back to more Terra Mystica. We're looking at the analysis for my second game in the Terra Mystica Tournament Season 39, in which I played Witches. Let's see if I can remember anything about this game. I remember there was some, I talked a lot about what matchups I thought would... What factions I thought the other players would pick. And I wanted cultists, but I thought that if I did pick cultists, I would be in trouble with, nomads being one of the chosen factions, and maybe witches. I don't remember. I definitely remember thinking nomads would be a pretty cool idea here for some reason. But in fact, player 3 picked giants. And that kind of threw my whole analysis out the window of what the last two players were going to do, because I don't really see giants as being good almost ever. Seems like nomads would have been a much better choice. And I was thinking also some about what pass style I would get if the factions I thought were going to come up came up. But they also just made weird-ass choices on that, too. Cultists took the spade, which seems totally reasonable. I figured someone would want that. And I figured, nomads, whoever picked nomads, would take the Sanctuary Stronghold tile and get the 2 workers and the 5 points. But instead there were giants, and they should have taken that, too. But they didn't. They just, they took this. They valued 3 power more than, a worker and 4 points, which is bizarre. So I got, the dream pass tile here in a Sanctuary Stronghold scoring round to just start a powerhouse economic game as the Witches was my plan. And the order the dwellings came down in, does it matter? E10, F4. So here and then here. Yeah. I wasn't sure if I should take E9. I don't remember why. I'm not sure why I went in this order. Why not just start E9? It seems like I don't know. I guess I'm taking these two kind of regardless of what happens, so the order doesn't matter. Maybe I did this first to make sure the cultists knew they would have a neighbor here. I don't know. So given that I have the Sanctuary Stronghold tile and it's Sanctuary Stronghold scoring round. Oh right, also 2 air. That was one reason I liked Witches. It seems pretty clear we're building a Sanctuary and a Stronghold this round, right? I don't think anyone's going to argue with me on that one. We will have to spend, 6 plus 3 coins is 9 coins and 6 workers. So we still have 6 and 2 left to build a trading post, probably? Because I'm going to get a dwelling down with my stronghold power anyway. I'm not sure how much leech I'm going to get. Maybe I'll get some power actions. It would be nice. Let's see how the game goes. Okay, everyone grab the trading post right off the gate. And I was, as you might expect, I declined to take Earth 1 here. Because the trading post is more important. Or the stronghold is more important. It's worth a lot, and it's a big economic advantage to have. I'd like to pick it up at some point in the future. Don't know if I can get it as early as round 2, but it would be nice if I could. And what else? Anybody else do something here? Obviously everyone did something, but anything important? What did the giants do? They took a priest, maybe? Yeah. Because the first priest into the air cult is pretty important to them. It's worth 2 workers, right? And nobody else can conveniently contest that. The Darklings could still, I suppose. But I don't know if that's really what they want to do with their priest, so the Giants probably get it, right? Oh, I got the double dig! No, I didn't. I took a single dig. Or... No, I got the double dig. Yeah, I turned this green and built it, and I turned this green. That's amazing. So Darklings gave me more leech by grabbing their temple for, I assume, Earth 1? Yes. And that let me leech enough to pick up the double dig. So honestly, this game was off to a cracking start. I remember being very optimistic about this game. As I did say, I did very poorly in the season overall. I don't want to spoil like whether I said I didn't get last in every game, and I will tell you in this game I didn't get last, but I won't tell you whether I like made any big blunders that cost me first or what. Okay, what did I do next? Oh yeah, that was okay. This was still the double dig. So I'm actually getting, yeah. Since I get the double dig, I can spend my resources on 2 more dwellings plus the one I get for free from my stronghold. And I'm getting like a stronghold plus 3 dwellings on round 1, which is a really solid economic start. And I took C3 as the one I'm flying to because I want this town eventually. I'm a little bit worried about cutting the Giants off. Because if they get cornered, they will not hesitate to take D5 from me. But I don't actually need D5. Like, if I need to build this town instead, it's not that big a deal. This is just like a nice... I'm always going to be happy to have this dwelling, I think. And it threatens to cut them off with D5. I don't know. Maybe I should have taken C4 instead to guarantee connectivity. Well, no, I guess G3 is just as good at connecting, maybe better. So I think I was just trying to put pressure on the Giants because they have to move in several directions at once, right? They want to make sure they get C5, they want to make sure they get D6 to connect up. B6, no one's really threatening that, so that they can get that later for their town like this. But they have to spend their dig on C5 this round, or D5, and they'd like both, but they do have to pick one. And they still have a ton of resources, so I'm going to be able to pass before them. And if they take one of these, I can take the other. It's not clear necessarily whether it will be worth spiting them to take C5, but this is actually a fine spot for like a third town for me if I try to like bridge over to B5 and take these two. And of course, as witches, you're excited to try for a third town. We kind of have this, this, and this as possible options. If I don't get C5, I can still do just fine with C4 up to A11. But it would be kind of nice to annoy the Giants and take C5 from them and, like, have one fewer rival in the game. Like, Giants are already in bad shape just because they're Giants. But taking C5 and trapping their stronghold, which we assume they're building, and indeed they do, would really be devastating to them. And I think I get the spade action, is that right? Yeah, look at that. So, wait, what? Oh, did Darklings pass early and take the spade? Yeah, they don't have anything much to do, I suppose. That makes sense. No. Darklings took the priest. Why? I wanted shipping. I guess that makes some sense. Ah, I see. I mean, it's a dwelling round, right? So building dwellings is good. And, right, the spade won't help me if I don't have any shipping. I want C5. Right. So we take the shipping, and we're going to have to dig it with power. And I don't Yeah, and I'll have enough power to do so. And then I have A10 and C4 easily secured. Perhaps G3 as well. Perhaps even one more with, yeah, I could build all three of those. It's going to be tough to come up with the coins, but I could build all three of those and still put my stronghold dwelling down somewhere else. On the other hand, then I'd be up at 8 dwellings, and that's kind of overdoing it because I'll have trouble building trading posts and also trouble cashing in my stronghold ability because I've used up all 8 dwellings. So I think I would not do that. I would try to get 1 trading post down this round and like 3 dwellings probably, right? Let's see how it goes. Cultists took the double dig. Darklings took the coins. And oh, the cultists even gave me some leech, which was sort of nice, by building G5. And I got the single dig still to take how did I get so much power that I didn't have to burn anything for this? I guess I missed the leech 2 from Giants at the end of the last round. And then, of course, I get 3 more from the income tile, and I guess 2 more from my stronghold. And then this 1. Okay, cool. So I actually took the single dig and still had plenty of power left. Nice. I thought I was going to have to burn a bit to get there, but apparently not. And now the Giants' stronghold is just embarrassing, or at least embarrassed. And unsurprisingly, Giants took D5. They've got a nice horizontal line, very aesthetically pleasing set of red hexes. But my territorial claims are sort of in full swing here. I assume I grab C4, yeah, before anything bad can happen to it. And A10, G3, I'm not sure which is a higher priority right now. I might even go I11. Yeah, I think the cultists are going slow to invite me to I11. And I don't mind giving them a cult step in exchange for me getting some power. But I didn't do it. Okay. I took G3 first. With my stronghold, with my stronghold power, so that I have enough resources left for a trading post, I suppose? Yes. Here, so that I would get more leech from Giants, was the idea. And the Giants, they took away B5 from me. They upgraded their shipping, and I think that's pretty fair. The two of us are clearly engaged in a war. The Darklings and Cultists are kind of just doing their own thing. Obviously, I'd rather not be at war. But these were valuable dwellings for me to get, and I don't regret taking them. And there's actually still room for another town if I want. Here, right? And it's not clear whether I would try to do it by building a sanctuary or spending 2 digs on A12. Seems like that might be hard. The Giants might want it. I think I remember what happened in the game, but at the moment, those both seem like reasonable plans. I think I'm about done for the round, right? Yeah, I'm totally broke. Cultists are also pretty broke. But no, they're going to burn power to build a dwelling, right? It's a dwelling round. Darklings are going to pass, so they will take the spade? And then I'll probably take the coins? Well, it's a cult step, but I want it for the coins. Let's see what happens. Cultists actually did not build a dwelling. Why? They really wanted the spade, I guess? okay. And then the Darklings took the worker for some reason. Oh, right. The spade wasn't there. And they're a bit short on worker income. But that leaves the coins for me overflowing with workers. I'm happy to take it. And the Giants just kind of did some stuff for a little while. I don't know. They built a trading post here, giving me some more power. Which I assume I took? Oh, I'm just waiting till the round's over to make all my leech decisions, sure. And I ended up taking how much of it? I took 3 because I was going to overflow if I took all 6. Okay, and the Giants ended up passing and taking the trading post scoring tile. So how are things going right now? I still think I'm winning. Like I'm in good shape. I have this great economy, and I'm doing all right on points despite not having built a temple yet. The main downside is I'm not really competing on the cults. And I don't have any temples to let me spend priests on competing in the cults, so it looks like I'll stay that way for a while, at least. I guess the Giants are planning to take this and either build a sanctuary here or bridge to D6 to finish their town. Which is fine with me, I don't much care. Now, it must be said that the Darklings have, you know, a pretty reasonable economy as well. That's giving them way more coins, although that's all coming from the cult, so that's going away. Well, I guess another reason the cult favor or bonus is useful now is because it is around where you can just put a point into Earth and get something out of it. Anyway, how do we start the round? What's important to me right now? I have a ton of power. The cultists could take a power action. They might take the coins. If they don't, the Darklings probably don't either, and then I get it, which would be fantastic. But I don't think that's likely to happen. I bet the cultists take it. Coins are just so valuable. Let's see what happens. Oh, interesting. I was offered the coins, but didn't take them. I took the double dig instead. I'm not sure about that. H4 and G6, like, those are good tiles. But I'm really short on... Where did I get all these coins from? What? Why do I have all these coins? I thought I was like pretty much out of coins at the end of the last round, no? I was. Oh, I guess I got them by picking up... I have 1 trading post. It's 2 coin income. Oh, right. And 4 here. That's 6. Plus the 1 that was on the tile is 7. Okay. It still seems like coins are pretty important, but maybe digs are better. And it is a dig round, that's true. Okay. So my idea was... The cultists are still waiting patiently for me to move in before they build H7, which is kind of cute. So I wanted to secure more places to put my buildings. That seems fine, I guess. And then we're going to build a couple more trading posts this round, I suppose, so to supplement my coin income for the next round. And immediately, indeed, the cultists moved in. This is what they were waiting for. And in fact, I used my dwelling stronghold power to take H4. I didn't want to spend more actual resources on it. I kind of have enough dwellings that I want to mostly be relying on my stronghold power to build just 1 per turn will be plenty per round. And and use my workers and coins to build more expensive structures to upgrade. The Giants now finally take Earth 1. That's the third one gone. I was kind of like, I don't know. I don't think I should be taking it at this point, even if I could. I'll build at least 3 more dwellings, but that's really only like 6 points. You know, maybe you get a few more. It's okay, but I think I would prefer water 1 to get the 3 points per trading post. So I'm just gonna because I'm gonna build several trading posts before too long. I wonder if I do that now. Yeah, water 1, cool. So there goes all my coins, but I have power. And I assume I'm going to build at least 1 trading post here so I don't waste dwelling worker income. I should be able to, in fact, get 2 trading posts, and that seems like a very good thing for me to do, so I assume that's the rest of my round. Anything the other players doing interesting? Giants built here, sure. Darklings finishing, going over for this town, yeah. Oh, I remember being a little bit surprised, actually, in like round 1 that Darklings went e4. I remember thinking, like, where are they going to get their neighbors? Like, they can have 1, and no one else is going to build over here at all. So you're going to be pretty low on leech over here. But they made it work. They did all right with this town. I mean, I've been in a similar situation before in, like, when I was Darklings against cultists, engineers, and witches, I think it was. I took e4 and I just built a sanctuary here and then pooped out like 8 dwellings by the end of the game in this area. I don't know why, but I always think of the Darklings as like seagulls. They just come in and poop all over everything. I don't talk about other factions pooping out dwellings, but for the Darklings it somehow seems right. Because they really do just spread everywhere with all their cult priests. And, I don't know, the other players... Cultist built here, which seems fine, and I'm still happily, I assume, taking power from them. Yeah, there it is. No, that's from Giants. This one. I'm still accepting power. It's not clear to me whether the cultists are my rival, and if they're not, then I should definitely accept 1 power from them at any opportunity, just like from any other faction. And since we were getting kind of late in the game, I was trying to arrange things, I think, so that the cultists couldn't offer me like 3 leech, where I would be kind of like, well, I only sort of want to take it, and I don't really want to give you the cult steps. And so I'm like torn between 2 kind of mediocre plays. Having them give me just 1 at a time, I wouldn't have minded maybe 2, which is like what happened over here. Actually, I think they built G5 when I didn't have G6 yet. But being offered 3 by the cultists would kind of make it a little uncomfortable to accept. I don't mind taking 3 from like the Giants because they don't even benefit from it. Also, I don't care how the Giants are doing because they're not going to win. Anyway, what did I do next? I spent my cult step bonus tile going up on Earth, sure. Then a trading post on F4. And oh, I see. That must... Why is... Huh. I don't know why the bridge and the pass are in the same, like, action. I'm a little surprised I didn't try to get another trading post. Oh, I remember. Forgive me, this was almost 2 months ago. I remember I was competing with the Giants for the bridge. They want this bridge. And they've already passed. So I had sort of thought it would be kind of cool to pass before the Giants, but I didn't want to do that with all these resources left over. So instead, I waited for the Giants to commit to passing, and then I built a bridge. I don't think Giants are super badly hurt by this. They don't mind necessarily building a sanctuary to finish up their town, but they would very happily have bridged instead if I left them that opportunity, and I would be devastated if that happened. So instead, I took the bridge, and I guess passed right after that? Yeah. And I got the trading post scoring tile, which, it's late enough in the game that you want scoring tiles. And I'm going to be building several trading posts to finish off, hopefully, 2 towns this round. One here with a sanctuary, I guess. And one here with a dwelling and a trading post. I could do it more cheaply with a dwelling, a trading post, and a temple all over here. Or a dwelling here, trading post, temple here, taking fire 2, I guess. It depends on whether I think I can build a 3rd town without fire 2 or not. Because I still want this, ideally, right? You know what? I bet I did put the temple down because it's going to be really hard to come up with 7 points worth of structures up here unless I build a sanctuary. Right? Because I get a trading post, a dwelling, a dwelling. That's only 6. I need an expensive trading post to get to 7, or a sanctuary. If I'm building a temple here, if the next temple I'm building is here, then it's going to be kind of hard to finish off these towns unless the favorite tile I take is fire 2. So I think I did actually put a temple here in this round to finish my towns. But I assume I dug out H8 before that, somehow or other. Probably with workers. I have so many. But maybe even before that, I made sure to grab a coin town would make sense. Actually, maybe I can't even get it. What's everyone else up to? The Darklings can't finish a town. And the cultists probably won't right now. They could sanctuary into fire 2, but I don't think that's their game. I think they only want 2 towns. Sanctuary here. And then trading post here, and then just dwelling, trading post is how they're going to try to get 2 towns. It's expensive, but I think it's, I don't know. They'll need some help to get there, but they have a lot of power, so maybe they can do it. Just buy some workers or something, or a worker town, I'm not sure. So I think that I actually can get a coin town. Oh, I put my sanctuary here. Interesting. Okay. So I was I guess then trying to finish 3 towns without fire 2. All right. And I took air 1 for more points. A thing I kind of need, having bypassed earth 1. Three, 5, 7 dwellings. So it kind of feels like I-11 is going to waste this round. But because I want to take H8 and then put down a trading post. Oh, that's another point, is even if I wanted to build an expensive trading post up here, I can't. Because I already have 1, 2, 3 down. 1, 2 down, I'm sorry. And if I put 2 more up here, that's all of them. And I can't build a 3rd in this area. So I think to finish this town, I need fire 2. I wonder if I missed that at the time. I don't think so. I was thinking a lot more carefully about the game then than I am now. So probably I was just saying, well, you know what? I'm going to finish that town and I'll build fire 2 then. But in the meantime, spending the resources to finish these towns is fine. And I don't mind picking up a favor tile that gives me points. And even if I have 2 7-point towns and 1 6-point town, that's still fine. It's worth the points that I get from this sanctuary. That seems like a reasonable train of thought. So I assume I work or dig H8 and build a trading post in here somewhere. And I bet I use my stronghold power to actually build H8 rather than dig and build in one action. It's the tiniest bit risky because the cultists could choose to spite me, but they hate green. And they don't mind me taking H8, really. It'd be very expensive for them to fight me and for no clear benefit. Oh wow, they took the coins. Look at that. Okay. So clearly they feel they have enough workers one way or another. I guess they're taking worker towns. Oh, and I assume I did take the coin town, right? Yeah, of course. And I sent my priest, the first priest I've had all game, into Earth to get the spade. Where am I getting my last Earth step from? What? Oh, I'm planning to take a cult town. That makes sense. Shouldn't I have done that first, though, before they were all gone, just in case I regret sending my worker to Earth? Oh, I remember. I actually chatted about this in the game. I sent my priest to Earth with the plan of taking a cult town, and I had it all worked out. That was going to work. And then, later on in this round, I realized I didn't want the cult town, and I felt stupid for wasting my priest here. I don't remember why I don't want the cult town. What was more important to me? But I was like, I should have just spent it on air and tried to win a cult and get a bit more power instead of this nonsense. Which seems promising in the abstract, but for some reason I didn't want the cult town. I don't remember what the reason was, but I assume we'll find out. You know what I should do, actually, is I should like look at the dang notes I took. I forgot I was taking notes during these games. Let's see if I missed anything yet. I'm looking through this in another window. I don't want you guys to see, so it shows the full end game. End game position and also the chat. Here's the chat I said. I'm just now realizing sending that priest to Earth was pretty silly. Even if I get another Earth step, where am I usefully digging with 0 shipping? Should have aimed at air for points or something. I took very few notes. This was the third and last thing I took a note about. Yes, sending priest to Earth round 4 was silly. It gets me a dig if I take town 5, but I can't use it. Better to go for air points and power. And I didn't end up taking town 5 in the end anyway, so doubly bad. The other notes that I took were both about round 1. Let's revisit round 1 briefly. The first one was just about initial placement. I was very worried about Darklings taking G5 and then cutting me off at G6. Like so. That's why I didn't commit to E9 yet. I guess. maybe. Well, I still had to build both of them before they could build their second dwelling. So I was really worried about this. And I kind of had to commit to e9 anyway. But then they didn't, and they went to e5. And like I said, it was hard to see where they would get neighbors, but they ended up not needing neighbors too badly. And my other note is about round 1, which is I was surprised Giants took the bonus tile they took. I wrote, Giants took bonus 5 round 1, and then I wrote 14 question marks. Okay, yeah, I was pretty skeptical of that play. And I said, well, I'm happy to get bonus 6, the Sanctuary Stronghold scoring bonus. Even if I was hoping to get some early digs. And I ended up getting the early digs anyway, so really extra great. Oh no, I've lost track of what tab we were on. How far had we gone? Alright, we'll fast forward real quick. Close your eyes if this gives you seizures, I don't know. Okay, I think it was here. Yeah, we just moved this. That was what made me remember the notes and stuff. Yeah, so the problem is, right now I have a dig I'd like to do, H8. And so the 4th Earth looks nice, but I have to dig H8 before I get the bonus spade, because I want the town this round. It's the town scoring round after all. Okay. And there's my dig, I assume with workers? Yeah. And I built this, and a trading post here? Sort of questionable? I'm not sure. I guess I was trying to delay picking up my town, but I don't really know why. Maybe I didn't want someone else to know what town I was taking? I don't know. I guess it's like fine, because nobody else is racing for towns. By the way, I was wrong. Cultists did take fire too. Rather than build another trading post here. Oh, I guess they don't have enough trading posts in supply to spend 2 here and 3 here. And they want to get both towns this round? I see. And something I didn't notice the importance of at the time was the Giants digging out I6. They've upgraded their shipping a ton. And obviously it's nice they get a spot for some nice structures down here. But the thing that I didn't realize about this was that it really threatens the cultists a lot. Why cultists? Well, ask yourself how cultists are going to connect up. And it's actually the only way it's legally possible for them to connect up is through H5, I8, and I7. There's nowhere else, even with 3 shipping, that they could get this structure to connect to this one. Even if they went all the way up to B4, say through A7, 1, 2, 3 only gets them here. And there's no place they can put more dwellings to fix that problem. So they're counting on this to connect up. Although, to be honest, I don't know if connecting up matters to cultists. I expect them to have the fewest structures in the end, and everyone else... Oh, no, that's true. They're competing for network size with the Darklings, actually. Because Darklings are definitely not connecting up, and we have kind of 2 factions that are going to be below both Witches and Giants. And the cultists can easily get like 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 without connecting up, but the Darklings can beat that. And if the cultists could connect up, then the Darklings probably could not beat like 10. Certainly not, right? So this is actually influencing... the cultist Darkling relative positions, which matters a lot to me, actually. I'm not directly involved, but the cultists and the Darklings are the two players that I'm competing with, right? The Giants, I think, are kind of resigned to 4th place. They are technically in 2nd place on points right now, but I don't know. They're honestly like doing better than I kind of thought they would have. Oh, right, but also like I'm about to rocket ahead in points as I build a town with my witch bonus and round bonus. That'll be worth a ton of points. And I have fairly good scoring prospects plus this trading post tile. Maybe that's one reason I didn't build a temple here, is I didn't want to invest in a trading post and then throw it away, losing points for it. Huh. Anyway, so they're just sort of disrupting the balance of the game by doing this, which is fine. I don't know. Whether it's good or bad for me, I don't know. I didn't even realize it was happening at the time. I built my trading post in the town that I took. Workers. Yeah, see, this is worth 20 points. Pretty great. Witches on town scoring rounds are a lot of fun. And suddenly I'm in 1st on points. I took the workers to build another trading post. Makes sense. Getting a lot of points for trading posts right now. Burn 1 and convert 3 power, and there's another trading post. Pretty cool. And it looks sort of like everybody is passing now. So I have no idea what bonus tile I'm going to get. But probably the Darklings get this one. And the cultists want workers, maybe? And then I end up with either the priest or the shipping. I'm not sure which of those I would prefer. We'll find out. Cultists... they didn't pass early. They did something else. They stalled. How is it even possible to stall? Burn 2, convert 3 to a worker, build G4? Oh, and that's their town, of course. It's not stalling. They really want the town. And they took the shipping town. I see. And this way nobody got the Sanctuary Stronghold tile as well, which is kind of a cute move by the cultists to put it back in the supply instead of giving it to another player. Darklings took the workers, and I grabbed the spade from them. And then cultists took the shipping. All right. Yeah, I must say it looks like the cultists are in good position to be my main competitor, right? They're close on points and miles ahead of me on cults. But they're not having as strong a cult game as you might have expected. Darklings beat them on Earth and are looking good on water. Cultists mostly just have fire to themselves. And the other cults, they're going to do fine. But they're not going to like lock in 2 or 3. Well, they might well get 2 firsts. But certainly not 3. I say certainly. I don't remember what happened, but it seems unlikely. Yeah, and we all got a spade. Well, I didn't. The cultists and the Darklings did. We got a spade at the end of the round. The Darklings, of course, got 2 here and here. And the cultists were denied enough leads to give them a second. So they took H5. But now, I assume, is when the Giants pounced. Yes, they took I7 and said, you're not allowed in. What did I do? Let's look at what I maybe should have done. Darklings. 'Cause They might very well be willing to burn 3 to get coins. Yeah, I assume so. What else are they doing with their power, right? And burning 3 is not that big a deal when you have 8 left and you're cultist. It leaves you with 5, which is plenty. So I don't get the coin action. I'm probably just converting coins, power to coins, actually, for most of the rest of this game. Let's see if I was right. I can't really tell what anybody did. Oh, Giants took the double shovel action instead of using their stronghold power. They apparently want to dig twice this round, and so they grabbed this while it was still there. And they'll use their dig later. Darklings indeed took the coins. And yeah, I said I don't want any power actions. I just want coins from my power. So I built a 10. This being the main thing the Giants could threaten to take from me. And now I have like... Oh, I remember I spent a lot of time thinking about how to time all this. Because I don't have the shipping tile. And I want to get A12 before the Giants take it. But I also don't really want to commit to like taking A12 and then having them spite me on A11, right? So I ended up, I worked through several plans. I don't really remember what they were, but I'm pretty sure the decision I ended up coming to was that I should just dig A11 with the spade and then have the option to get to A12 without advancing shipping, which I'd rather not do if I don't have to. And then... because it would be nice to take A12 before the Giants can get to it. I don't know. I'm not sure what I did. Maybe I took A12 first and said the Giants don't want to waste their digs on A11. The Giants built I5. Darklings took B2, so indeed they're... oh yeah, they have all these digs here. So they're actually threatening 3 towns, which is something I didn't realize they'd be able to threaten until pretty much about now, the beginning of this round. And the cultists grabbed this before the Giants could take it. And I advanced ship. I guess the idea was... yes, this makes some sense. I'm going to need 3 shipping by the end of the game, so it's not like a disaster to advance it now. And it lets me, before I commit to taking A11, which would let the Giants cheaply take A12 from me, I can take the expensive action of taking A12 first, but that leaves the Giants unwilling or less excited about taking A11 from me. Because it would really just be to spite me. It would not be advancing their own agenda at all. And I don't think that's the position they're in. I think they have 3 rivals. They need to just get as many points for themselves as they can. But if they could get A12 cheaply, they might say, yeah, sure, a free dwelling, why not? Or a cheap no-dig dwelling. They might go for it. So I took the shift before building up here so that I could go this way and make it harder for the Giants to counter me in case they end up wanting to do that. And there's also the other considerations are like, how exactly do I manage all the digs I'm taking? Because I have the dig action, and I also have this 4 power for a spade available, and I need to take 3 digs, and I have 3 workers. So it kind of seems like the only way I can get 3 digs and also still have 2 workers left to build a dwelling is to use the spade and the this power action and dig once. I won't be able to like dig twice. I'd have no workers left. So I assume I took the power action? Well, maybe not. No one else is really threatening it except the cultists. And they're going after me. And I won't be giving them any leech. Wait, whose turn is it? It's the Giant's turn. Ah. So if we moved forward a few turns to like here, to when it's actually my turn. All right, I don't know exactly how many more steps forward we have to go. I want to see what the position looks like when it's my turn. All right, that was too far forward. Here we go. The cultists took water and it gave them power. So now they actually do threaten to take the dig action, possibly. So there is some advantage to me in considering taking this before taking the shovel. But there's a downside to that as well, which is suppose that I take the shovel action and then like the Giants just take A11. I guess it's really, really hard for them to do that. Yeah, it's like impossible. Okay. So it turns out that it worked out all right. I could just like take the shovel action, power action, and be fine. But I remember I was thinking about this in the moments leading up to this turn when I wasn't sure what the situation would be with spades and everyone else's power and so on. So, okay, I guess we took the power action? No! I took the shovel bonus tile action first. That's so surprising. Oh, wow. Was I being that greedy? I might have been. So I think the explanation for this is that I decided there's no way the cultists wanted the shovel. Where would they even put it? One shovel? What are they going to do with one shovel? Oh, also, they've advanced their dig twice, so this is actually just like worse than spending workers usually for them, like a lot worse. Okay, so my idea was, wouldn't it be kind of nice if somebody could give me some leech, and then I would be at like 0.6 instead of 1.5. And it's late enough in the game that I don't want to accept a large amount of leech. So I'll keep my power at 1.5 by taking the shovel bonus tile before the power action. So that if somebody does offer me leech, I can accept just one of it. And, you know, is it likely anyone is going to give me leech? Not really. But it could happen. Maybe the Giants build a trading post here, or the cultists put one here, or the Giants put one here, which it seems like they'll want to do eventually. They seem to be trying to build a town here, right? Although, I guess I don't actually need to have done this trick because I'm just getting one leech in that situation. Okay. Maybe they would build a temple here. I don't know. To take fire too? Sure. That's a situation in which I would prefer to have more power in bowl 3 and less in bowl 1. Okay, so I made that very, very small risk that cultists would take the power action when it's like extremely unlikely they would want to do so. And the Giants did end up giving me some leech, but it was only one anyway, so it ended up not mattering what I did. Well, no. It's still better to have gained the power before spending it. Because I ended up with 402, whereas if I had spent one of my power earlier, I would have like 3, 2, 1, which is a strictly worse arrangement of power. Unlikely to super matter, but my power, like I have 8 power income. I can't afford to be burning much, right? So yeah, I see the reasoning behind this play, and it did pay off. Downside right now is I have 8 dwellings already. And I can't build another trading post this round, so I am going a little bit... Like I'm wasting a worker income. But it's a dwelling round. It seems pretty important to have built all these. And I guess I'm just converting power to coins and passing. Whether I convert 1 or 2, I'm not sure. Probably both? I don't think I need the double dig, right? And in the last round, my plans are like pretty clear, right? I build a trading post here, a temple in one of these spaces for fire 2. And I build another dwelling here, and that's sort of all I can do. Maybe if I have power left over, I buy priests with it. If I have resources left over, I buy temples with it, and I try to make a showing on some cult somewhere. And I got bonus 8, the priest. Oh, I remember being disappointed by this bonus tile. So the other bonus tiles I could have taken would have been the cult step and coins, or shipping and coins, which is like power, basically. And I took the priest. I think I needed it for advancing shipping was the idea. Yeah. Because I need 2 more shipping next round. And I can't necessarily guarantee that I get the priest power action. And even if I do, I'm not sure it's the best thing to spend my resources on. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I thought it through during the game, I'm sure. But right now it's not totally obvious to me. But I remember in the end, this priest kind of sucked somehow. Like I got more priests than I needed. I think I got the priest power action and a priest town or something. And I had like too many, but they were still the best things to do with my resources. And if I just had more coins, maybe I could have done something with it. I don't know. All right, I don't want the power because I would overflow probably, right? 11 power income. I don't know. Oh, I converted 0 coins. Interesting. I wanted to have all 6 available. And I didn't think I was worried about missing out on leech opportunities. Interesting. Anyway, Darklings kept going. Oh, hang on. We advanced into the next round. Oh yeah, they built a trading post here and a dwelling here and then passed. And now we're at the start of the next round. So it's actually really close in terms of final scoring projections, which is pretty cool. The Giants have made the most of their lot in life, and it looks quite possible that they could actually secure 3 towns. The Darklings kind of threaten here, but I don't think they have much shipping, right? They have 1. So they could dig this out to ruin the Giants' life, but like they have their own issues. The cultists, or the Darklings, are trying to build 3 towns without fire too. They need like a dwelling here, and 2 trading posts here at least, and then either a 3rd dwelling or, I don't know, something else, a stronghold. Ugh. But it is a stronghold scoring round, so maybe. They're pretty short on workers, actually. They need a dwelling, 2 trading posts. They're going to have only 1 worker left. So they could take an expensive trading post. No, they'll be out. They'll have spent all 4. So they kind of need either a temple for fire 2 or else another dwelling. And a dwelling is probably the cheapest option for them by far, right? Because they can just dig out a 3 no problem. and then build a dwelling on it with their last worker. So that seems like the Darklings' basic plan. But they have 2 town income tiles to add to that, which means they have kind of a lot of options. I was trying to work through what was going to happen this round, obviously. I don't remember what I was thinking about, what plans I was considering for the other players. Because what I was doing, I think, is kind of like set in stone. There wasn't a lot of options I had. I was sort of bottled up. I couldn't really meaningfully expand anywhere else. I could take A3, and that was a thing that I did consider at one time. The problem with that is manifold, right? Like, it doesn't help me with my connectivity at all, and it just kind of annoys the Darklings. I think they could dig C2 if they wanted. Yeah. So it really does not accomplish very much, and if we look at like how everyone's doing on connectivity, Cultists obviously not in it, but Giants are at 12, and I'm at 14 once I connect up. Oh, right, I also have to advance ship twice this round, so, like, I don't have a lot of coins. I might take the shipping town tile? It's pretty sad, compared to just upgrading shipping with coins. And all I need here is 8 coins for a trading post in a temple. And I can get that plus the 8 coins that I need for shipping, just by converting power pretty simply. So I don't think I would take the shipping town tile. I think I would probably take like the 11 points town tile, maybe. Or the priest. I don't remember. Those both seem reasonable. This could be reasonable as well, depending on what ends up happening. How many points I think I'll get out of the cult steps? Let's find out. I got the bridge before anything bad could happen to it. Yes, that's the one thing I badly need. What do the cultists do? They took a power action, I guess. The coins, okay. I built my temple here for fire too. Yes, the idea being build it here because it denies nobody gets leech out of it. The cultists don't want to take 7 power from me, right? 6. Yeah, and it would cost. It's actually 5, but they still don't want to pay 4 points for it. I built my. Of course, I took fire too, as I was saying. And I built my trading post because I can't build any dwellings until I do. And which town did I take? The points. Okay. So incredibly, at this point, the cultists are down first. And they have a lot of resources left. They must have just built a stronghold or something. Where did they get all these points? Yeah. Worth 12. Plus they have the stronghold pass tile, so really like 16. And the Darklings are in contention as well, because they have 2 more towns coming. Whereas I have a little bit more coming. I'm going to advance ship a couple times. Oh yes, that will improve my network score as well as giving me the shipping points. So, you know, we'll see. But my round is pretty much over. And the Darklings dug out A3. I don't know. Like I said, it really does not help me very much to antagonize them. Oh, that's right. They dug it to blue very early. Like, as soon as I built the bridge, their first priority was to make this not green. Sure. I could have gone here first. But I didn't want to have the bridge taken away from me. And all it really does is make the Darklings spend a priest on digging instead of on going to the cult tracks, which is kind of what they often do anyway. So it didn't really seem very advantageous to me. I bought a priest with my power, sure. That's kind of the main way to get power or points remaining, is try to compete on these last two cults. And this one, stay ahead of the Giants. It feels pretty sad, though. Because I'm not really going to make a serious showing in any of them. But imagine, by the way, if I'd spent like one less priest here and one more priest here, I'd be in kind of okay shape for this race. On the other hand, I'd be behind on this one, so What did I do? I built I-11, sure. To increase my connectivity score. And I don't think anyone can touch my 15. Although the Giants are shockingly close. They actually could if they wanted. Except they don't have anywhere to build it, right? They could build a trading post and then a dwelling. But there's nowhere to put it. So I don't think they can get to me on 15. What did I do now? Advanced ship, of course. And the Giants took their first town with, I assume, Fire 2 there, was what they did? Yes. No, they already had Fire 2. They grabbed Air 1. When did they take Fire 2? Round 6, turn 3. Oh, I see. Even earlier. Ah. They upgraded I-7 to a temple, taking this town, and then to a sanctuary, taking this town. And so I was quite impressed that the Giants were able to put together 3 towns after I isolated their stronghold. They did a lot of cool stuff this game, I feel like. Cutting off the cultists, connecting a large empire, getting 3 towns, while still managing eventually to get Earth 1, mostly because I didn't fight them for it. I don't know, if I could have taken Earth 1 instead of, I don't know, the other stuff I did on that turn was pretty important. It's not like I could take it instead of another favorite tile. I'd have to take it instead of whatever else I did that round. Look at how close all the estimates are. Of course, this is not like... This is supposing everyone were to pass, which we know is not what's going to happen. And during the game, I'm sure I was going through and making plans for everybody to see what the actual estimates were. But I think it was around this point that I realized I was not going to come first. I'm getting a few more points from shipping again and connecting up my network. But the Darklings have another town coming. And a cult step they can spend. So there's just a lot of ways for them, like no matter what somebody else does on the cult tracks or whatever, for them to optimize their point gain. And so what I tried to do is find a line where it was like hardest for them to beat me, where there was like some play that might not be obvious to them. But not only could I not find a very good line, I was like, okay, here's one where the play for them to pass me by a point doesn't look that easy. They found better lines than I did anyway. They ended up passing me by like 4 or something. So I advanced shipping again, I assume. Yeah. And now, for the last time, the estimates are looking good for me, but this is pretty much the end of the line for me. I send my priest somewhere, probably to water. I would like to pass Darklings. Actually, this was kind of the thing. It's like, where exactly do I send my priest that discourages the Darklings from passing me? This makes it like impossible for them to pass. This makes it hard, but maybe worthwhile anyway. Or I could just do this and hope they don't pass me in either of them. I don't remember what I did. I took air. And they ended up taking the double cult town. So if I knew they would take the double cult town, this is definitely what I would spend it on. So I correctly predicted like what would get me the most points. And I'm actually like still just a bit ahead of them, but you can see they have a priest left to build or to dig. And they have water too and enough resources. Oh, but they can't. They can't build another trading post because they're full. I know they passed me, but looking at it, it's hard to see how. Huh. Well, let's see. They built a temple. Ah, taking water too. That got them 2 points from the cultists. Plus a bunch of power. Oh no, they didn't. What? This is like in the middle of their turn. They sent their priest to water, gaining power from it to gain coins. And then they built a temple, but they haven't taken any favor tile yet. So let's skip up a step. And they took, yes, Air 1. That gets them a point from me, which swings 2. And then also gets them 3 points for their trading posts. And so they passed me by 3. Yes, I had forgotten that Air 1 is a favor tile that gives you both points and cult steps. So, here's the final position. I finished a pretty close second. The other 2 players being some distance away in a close third, fourth runoff. Was there anything else going on in the in-game chat? I don't know, I can just show you guys the chat now, right? Here's me talking about sending my priest to Earth. I was impressed they came up with 3 towns. Cultists were also impressed with the giants. Everyone was happy with the giants cutting off the cultists. Yeah, that's right. Seppi also won my first game. Oh yeah, I didn't get a scoring bonus tile in the last round, and that might have been enough. Because I ended up getting stuck with the priest. Yeah. And I was able to do very little with the priest, right? But if I had gotten, you know, sanctuary or trading post scoring, that could have been worth a lot. Mostly the sanctuary would have been insane. So if there's anything that I would like to improve in this game, it's like, is there any way I could have adjusted my timing to get the sanctuary stronghold in the last round? So let's back up here and see what the last moments of round 5 were like. Because I think I had a chance to pick this up, and I was thinking about it. But I didn't do it. Yeah, here. Yeah, it was kind of... So, if I hadn't advanced shipping, then I could have built A11 and then A12 and been out of the round 1 move sooner, letting me take the sanctuary scoring tile. That was a possibility that I had not really considered as one of the advantages of not advancing shipping, right? We talked about how I grabbed this first so the giants wouldn't take it from me, and then I could do this. But a hidden cost of that is that it cost me a turn. And I don't think I could have in good conscience passed early because it costs me both the dwelling points and access to the dig action if I pass early. So I don't know. Like, maybe it would have been better to dig this way, realizing the importance of getting out of the round quickly to grab a great pass tile. If I'd done that, the cultists might have gotten out even earlier, though. You can see there was plenty of stuff they could have done. But nothing super important. And, like, what was the last thing they did first? Or before passing? They sent a priest to water, which, like, who cares? They could have passed early if they'd wanted instead of doing that. So I don't think it would have worked. I think if I'd tried to get out of the round earlier, the cultists would have just left even sooner. So, as it was in the game, this was my only actual option. Chance to get out early. And I don't know, maybe it wouldn't have been so bad. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess I was just scared of giants taking it away from me. I didn't need the income from the dwelling anyway. So I really was just getting 2 points. And a worker. Not even a worker, just 2 points. Instead of getting this insane 8.2 worker, 1 coin pass tile. So I think I was right, actually, to use the spade bonus tile before the power action. And I should have just, like, I don't know. The problem is, I don't know yet. I haven't planned out how everything's going to go in the last round. I don't know how much I'm going to need the bonus tile. Maybe all I need to win is to secure this town, in which case I should pay the premium of not getting this bonus tile to lock in the town. But if I need all the points I can get, I have to hope the giants won't cut me off, which seems like a reasonable hope. They have like 2 more digs they want to do next round, right? And then I could get the pass tile. So that would have been maybe an improvement. If it worked, it certainly would have been enough to win the game, I think. Because the priest sucked, this would have been a ton of points. I mean, I don't know. The priest got me 2 points compared to the darklings, which is kind of swinging 4. Not taking this in the dwelling round would have cost me 2. But then I get 8 more from income, or from the bonus tile. So it swings a net of 2 my way just from points. But it also gives me 2 workers instead of a priest. Well, we're already counting the priest as scoring, as the cult track that gave me. So it swings me 2 points and 2 workers, and everything else kind of cancels, right? It also takes the points away from the cultist, which ended up not mattering. But so suppose that I had like 2 more workers. And 2 more points. How much would that have helped? I would be here with 3 workers, 2 burnable power. Ah, no. Because I haven't gained this yet, right? I haven't gained it at all because I didn't get the priest. So instead of... I have only 1 power available to burn. 3 workers and 1 power. Could I do anything with that? No, right? And it would still be worth only 1 point worth of resources. So I think I would have lost by 1 instead of by 3 if I had made that play. Whereas, securing this and then passing with the Sanctuary Stronghold scoring bonus tile would actually have won the game. If the cultist hadn't taken it from me right then I could have won. And at the time, I thought I was going to get it. Because the cultist had so much resources left, I was like, why would they pass? And they ended up doing it, and I think they were right in retrospect. But at the time, I hadn't considered it. Here we are. Yeah. They got out before someone else could take it. I don't know. Yeah. Huh. Okay, anyway, a bit of a longer analysis than the last one because this game didn't feel quite so bad to me, so it's not painful to go through it. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I'll have 2 more up in the next few days for the last couple games. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.